only good things can come to you. Did we get your attention at all about that? Do you know that you can control your point of attraction? Do you know that you can control the way you feel? Well, if you know that, then you know everything. And so you know everything. That's all there is to know. Once you know that, you've got it figured out. Then the rest of it is just exercising the knowledge that you know until you're really sort of good at it. Till you're just sort of kind of good at it. You don't have to be really good at it. You just have to be sort of kind of good at it. Because if you're sort of kind of good at it, then sort of kind of good things keep coming to you. And the more things come that you appreciate, and the more you do appreciate, the more you focus upon those things that you appreciate, then the more you practice that vibrational patterning. So when we talk about your point of attraction, we're talking about all of the things you draw to yourself. Yes. But we're talking about much more than the cars you bring or the money you bring or the physical friends you bring. We're talking about your bringing to yourself, better said, your allowing of yourself, better said, your blending with yourself. You're allowing the blending of who you really are to be present and focused in this time-space reality, in this precise moment in time. What are the things you like to do? Do you like to go to concerts where music moves you? Do you like to put your headphones on and just walk and listen? Do you like to go to comedy clubs, or do you like to walk through gardens? Do you like to be with children? What are the things that ring your bells the most? Because when you think of the things, those instances in life, those high points, you were standing at the top of a mountain. Maybe you climbed up it for a little while. Maybe it took you an hour. Maybe it took you 2 hours. Maybe it took you a few days. But when you climbed up there and looked over that edge and saw what you saw and felt that exhilaration, have you ever done that, or have you just seen the movie? Well, in either case, when you feel that exhilaration, when you feel those high peak moments, we want you to understand that that is the way you intended to live, moment by moment, hour by hour, day by day, in this physical life experience. You didn't plan on coming and just sort of grinding it out and occasionally carving out a day off where you could go do something fun. That was not your plan. It was your plan to be so presently focused in the variety that surrounds you, that the variety would inspire you to clarity of desire. And it was your intention to guide your attention appreciatively upon the new ideas that were born within you continually, in order to allow the full point of view from the full source within you to be present in your moment with you. Not just an occasional peak moment, but a constant peak moment of blending and alignment. You use words like clarity. Do you know what clarity is? Clarity is source thinking with you and you knowing the thought of source. That's clarity. Do you know what humor is? It's you enjoying the spontaneousness of the moment and source enjoying it with you, and you being so on the wavelength of it that the depth and breadth of this insight is so significant that the wholeness of who you are is having the moment in time. You know how when you feel rhythm to music, it's not just you in your rhythmic dance. It's you allowing that broader perspective to dance and revel in the deliciousness of this moment in time. You are source energy in physical bodies. And it was your intention when you came forth to allow a fullness of that source energy to be peaked and focused in most of your moments, not just occasionally when you were so tired that you had to sleep, or when you had managed to accomplish something that made you finally focus with some sort of appreciation upon yourself. Life is supposed to be really fun for you. Fun and clear and expansive and exciting and interesting. That's what your plan was when you came. And that's what many of you are discovering as you are moving through your day-to-day experiences. So we've been talking to you about how you are more than this physical body. You are source energy. You were source energy before you came into this physical body. And even though you're focused in this personality, the larger part of you is still non-physical energy to which you have constant access. non-physical consciousness to which you have constant access, non-physical awareness to which you have constant awareness. In other words, as we talk about the physical you and the inner being you, sometimes it sort of splits you apart when it is our desire to blend you together. We want you to allow all that you are to be. So when you are in a moment, when you are particularly appreciating someone or something, in that appreciation, in that absence of resistance, you are allowing the fullness of who you are to focus. And that feeling of appreciation is your indication that you, all of you, are there having the moment. When you are feeling love towards someone or something, that feeling of love is your indication that in the absence of resistance caused by the clarity of your focus, that you are allowing the wholeness of who you are to be pointed and focused in that moment. And that love that you feel, that sometimes is overwhelming enough that tears stream down your face, it feels so good, is your indication that in that moment, the whole of you is focused, you see. When you see children squealing and running and feeling the fun of their world, exploring and wanting to participate in this and that and this and that and this and that, it is your view, it is your awareness, it is your opportunity to see source flowing through a physical being, unrestricted, untethered, unhindered by the troubling pieces of resistance that you pick up along your physical trail. So then you come here to play with us, and we remind you that you are more than you see, and you look around and you say, yes, surely that must be true. And then we explain to you that the source within you is within you, but not just within you, right there, clear thought, clear motion, clear impulse. And you say, yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that. And then you have a moment where your heart is so full that you think you can't contain it, or your mind is so clear that you feel the brilliance of that which you are in the moment, or your love is so great that you think you cannot find enough words to express it to whoever or whatever it is you're focused upon. It is those moments that you really know the depth and breadth and truth of what we are speaking here. Because words don't teach at all, do they? You have to have the life experience. And friends, you have to have the contrasting life experience. Because if you did not have a moment where you had pinched yourself off from the fullness and freshness of that love and insight and clarity and brilliance and infinite intelligence, if you did not have the opportunity to deprive yourself of it, you would not have the opportunity to know it when you were not depriving yourself of it. In other words, that focus is necessary in all things. We are not asking you to be bouncing off the wall, enthusiastic in every moment, or blubbering and slobbering all over the person next to you in your gushing love for them. We're not asking you to spend all day, every day, thinking about non-physical and how you relate to it. But we are asking you to spend your days in awareness of the way you feel, so that bit by bit you can choose better and better feeling thoughts until you are more of the time allowing the fullness of who you are to flow through you. We've been telling you for a while that there are 3 steps to the creative process that you have come here to experience. Step 1 is ask with clarity of that which you want. And the contrast of your life experience focuses that asking within you, whether you're ready to let it in or not. That asking is sharp within you all of the time. Step 2 is source in all of its readiness, in all of its answering, in all of its knowing, in all of its love, in all of its awareness of you, is there in the vibrational frequency of the answer that you've been asking for. Every solution that you seek, every answer that you want, right there, ready for you to receive when you do step 3. And step 3 is the part that we talk about all day, every day as we come together. Step 3 is the part where you figure out how to allow yourself to be in the vibrational frequency. Allow yourself to be in a frequency that does not resist. Allow yourself to be in a frequency that allows rather than pushes away. Allow yourself to be in the frequency where the source within you can stand with you, see with you, hear with you, smell with you, taste with you, touch with you, know with you the power and the importance of this moment of contemplation, this moment of introspection, this moment of awareness, this moment of conversation, this moment of human interaction, this moment of being alive in your physical body, alive in your physical body. Can you hear what we're saying? Not just you alive in your physical body, but you allowing life in your physical body. You allowing the life that you really intended to flow through this physical body. Occasionally, someone you see is doing that, and you call them the master of dance, or the master of mathematics, or the master of music, or the master of words, or of poetry, or of science. You call them masters. You call them freaks. You are amazed. You are amazed when someone be's normal. You are amazed when someone finds that way to be the whole being that they were born to be. We want you to stop thinking of those people as exceptions or even as exceptional. We want you to see the normalcy in you, allowing the wholeness of that which is you in each moment, in each conversation. We are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. It is our promise that we will drive the subject of the grid into the deep recesses of your brain. No, it never works that way. It never works that way. But we will talk about the grid a lot because it is our newest way of helping you to understand what your point of attraction is. It's our newest way of helping you to understand that if, with a little bit of effort, you will define and practice the vibrational frequencies of well-being, that circumstances and events and thoughts and rendezvous will move in quickly to fill in the grid. We want you to understand that everything that you see around you is just filled in grid. It's just filled in vibrational basis. And that when you understand that in every moment, it only takes 17 seconds to establish a grid that is powerful enough to bring you some evidence of it. And once you stay there for another 17 and another 17 and another 17 until you've managed a grid that has not been distracted for as little as 68 seconds, now physical evidence must show itself to you. It's law. So once you get the concept of the grid, and once you accept your ability to understand it and to utilize it, you'll be off and running with new vigor. You'll be like those little ones you see running from place to place in the discovery of new life. Because even though many of you have been here for a while, you're a young crowd. Even though you've been here for a while, you have barely scratched the surface of the discovery of you in your time-space reality. You've barely scratched the surface. You've done enough step wanting, enough asking to keep yourself busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes. Really, really. Your vortex is compressed. Your vortex is so full of places, people, things, experiences that you have not cashed in yet. It's starting to wobble just a little bit. There's never any of that. But it's time for you to start consciously allowing the details of your delicious life to surprise and delight you all day, every day, not just on Saturday. What do you want to talk about?